Apple launched the new iPhone 16e today. It's an update to the 4-year-old budget iPhone, the iPhone SE. I personally feel it's a great addition to the iPhone lineup and many people would be buying this iPhone. What's new with the iPhone 16e? My initial impressions and what's the big difference between iPhone 16e, 16 and 16 Pro coming in this video. Let's get started. iPhone SE launched in 2022 was Apple's budget iPhone starting at $429. It was really cheap, but the problem was it also had outdated specs which made it less appealing for many people. I think Apple has fixed that problem with the 16e. The design, the features, the internals are all top-notch. It may lack a few features compared to the expensive models, but the features you're getting are not outdated or subpar. The downside, the starting price of the 16e is also $599 compared to $429 of the iPhone SE. But I think it's a good move. Let's talk about the specs and differences and you will understand why. Okay, the 16e comes in one size, 6.1 inches. The design is exactly the same as iPhone 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Comes in two colors, black and white. I really like the sleek white color. Has just one 48 megapixel camera on the back, aluminum sides, has the action button on the other side. The display is OLED and it has the display notch instead of the newer dynamic island. Design-wise, it's pretty similar to the iPhone 16, but for some reason, I like the look of iPhone 16e over the iPhone 16. Maybe it's the sleeker color of iPhone 16e over those punchy colors of iPhone 16. Maybe it's the camera module. Since there is just one camera in the back, it looks more minimalistic over the camera island on the iPhone 16. But overall, I like the design of the iPhone 16e over the iPhone 16. Let's talk internals. Is the iPhone 16e powerful and capable enough as the more expensive models? Absolutely. It has the same processor, the A18 chip that's found in the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro. So it's more than capable and it'll be easily relevant for at least a few years. Such a flagship chip at this price point is great to see. You see, the only reason Apple put in the Apple A18 chip there was to bring Apple Intelligence. Apple Intelligence requires at least 8 gigs RAM and A17 Pro chip, which means iPhone 16e will get all the Apple Intelligence features at a great price. Another good news, Apple Intelligence is coming in more languages in April, so it's going to be even more enticing to a lot more people. It has USB-C port, wireless charging, a bigger and better battery life than iPhone 16 and starts at 128 gigs of storage. It's not starting at $429, but I feel for $599, it's packing a lot more punch than what iPhone SE did. We own an iPhone 16 Pro Max and an iPhone 15 Pro, and I feel I would be completely happy with owning an iPhone 16e instead as a daily driver and not miss out on much, which says a lot about the capability of the iPhone 16e. Great phone, great price. But how does it differ from the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro phones? It's pretty simple to understand the difference actually. Apple, unlike the previous years, has made it very simple. And the best part, if those features are not so appealing for you, you just get the cheaper phone and you wouldn't have to compromise on quality. Let's start with the differences with the design. The iPhone 16e and iPhone 16 are made with aluminum bodies, while the 16 Pro is made with a titanium body, which is supposed to be more durable. Look-wise, I absolutely love how the iPhone 16e looks. I don't like the colors and the camera module on the 16. 16 Pro looks nice, but 16e looks the best amongst all the three. All phones have the action button. The 16 and 16 Pro has an extra camera shutter button. On the back, the iPhone 16e has one camera, but the 16 has two cameras and 16 Pro has three cameras. But all three has pretty much the same 48 megapixel main camera. So the quality from the main camera you will get from any of these phones will be comparable. If you absolutely need the ultra wide, which I don't to be honest, get the iPhone 16. And if you absolutely need telephoto, then get iPhone 16 Pro. The front camera is also the same on the three phones. In terms of display, the 16e screen is an OLED 60Hz screen with 800 nits decent brightness. The iPhone 16 also has the OLED 60Hz screen but slightly better 1000 nits brightness. The 16 Pro has an OLED 120Hz screen with 1000 nits brightness as well. I already said that all three phones comes with the same A18 chip inside them, but there is a very small difference. You see, the unified chip is made up of CPU cores and GPU cores. The iPhone 16e, 16 and 16 Pro has the same A18 6-core CPUs, but the 16e has 4 GPU cores, 16 has 5 GPU cores and 16 Pro has 6 GPU cores. One less GPU core for the budget phones. But trust me, unless you are an avid gamer or need extreme video processing or log recording capabilities, the 4-core GPU on 16e is extremely powerful enough for the next few years at least. You will not see any tangible difference between any of the three phones today for regular workloads. Oh, there's one more very notable difference: battery life. You would expect an expensive phone to have better battery life, right? But the iPhone 16e at $599 has a larger battery and a longer battery life than more expensive iPhone 16. It's close to 16 Pro's phone battery life. One small downside is the 16e has wireless charging, but it does not have MagSafe charging. Unless you have MagSafe accessories, this shouldn't be a big deal anyway, but something to be aware of. I think that's pretty much all the differences. Personally speaking, I find the iPhone 16e to be more appealing than the iPhone 16. It looks better to me. It has all the same buttons, same display, same battery, pretty much same internals. It doesn't have the ultra-wide camera, but to be honest, the ultra-wide camera is the least used camera on my phone. I either take 1x or telephoto for portraits. The 12 megapixel ultra-wide on the 16 is also not so good on low light. So if I had to pick between iPhone 16e and the iPhone 16, I would 100% choose the iPhone 16e. The $200 price difference is not justified in my opinion. The iPhone 16 Pro on the other hand has some notable upgrades: 2 extra cameras, much better 120Hz screen, extra camera button, log recording, titanium body, always on display, and a better battery. Is it $400 better? I doubt it, but at least I get some notable features. This just tells how good the iPhone 16e is. I really like the phone for its price point. The only downside is, which could be significant for many, is there used to be an iPhone in the $400 price point. Now it's gone. Even the entry-level iPhone costs at least $600. But for $600, you're getting a much better phone than what you would get for $400 with the iPhone SE. Okay, that's everything for this video. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, this is Anjana. Bye-bye.